So we've got a call from Seth coming here. Do we have Seth on the line? I think Seth is on the line there, yes.
We have an audio with Seth.
Hey, Seth.
Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Hey. Oh, hey, I can see you now. This is great.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling in during my shift, Seth.
Yeah, I'm super bummed I wasn't able to physically make it up this year, but this is definitely the next best thing.
It is. So, yeah, and we don't generally do calls this late, but we're making an exception for you because we really wanted to have you part of Desert Bus this year.
Oh, I feel so special.
Yeah.
How are y'all doing? How's it going? I've been in the process of moving all the last kind of week or so, and I've just been like checking in every now and then, and people seem more and more tired and and the kind of happy level of disoriented that I'm used to seeing with y'all.
You have a very good insight into what this is going to be like for the rest of the next what? So we have another currently 20 hours, but it will probably end up being slightly more than that. But yeah, so for people at home who maybe have never heard of you, which is just crazy, could you tell us a little bit about some of the cool stuff you're working on and the kind of what you might be known for?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Let's see. I was a couple of years ago. I had a song on "Welcome to Night Vale," which is a little podcast that could and that continues to could. Some people might know me from that. I also did a cover of one of the best songs of all time, "All Star" by Smash Mouth,
which I think we played as our intro song last year.
There was also a kazoo thing that happened. I woke up.
Did that.
I was bless you, Ian. I woke up at like 8 a.m. in New York to like 18 frantic texts from Kate and Andrew and a bunch of people being like, tune into the stream right now. You have to and then luckily by then the clip was up. Let's see, I put out a full-length LP late last year, and then most recently, just yesterday morning, actually, our Kickstarter. I'm doing music for a game that I'm working on with Zoe Quinn and a bunch of other people, based off of the works of Chuck Tingle, the esteemed literary.
Yeah, you are.
I am. I'm so very excited as well.
You have backers in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but basically, I write sad music, and lately have been writing music for games and stuff, which has been really fun.
That's awesome.
What have you guys been up to?
Just hanging out.
Yeah, we just did a live podcast that worked way better than you probably should have.
Yeah,
Correct.
Absolutely
Nice.
true.
Worked good. But yeah, no, things are going really well. We had a crazy call-in from Penn and Teller. Well, sorry, from Penn Jillette earlier on, which was really good. But it's been a pretty crazy day.
Cool. Sounds mad.
Yeah, and I'm wearing like somnambulist makeup because that's
Oh wow.
Desert Bus.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. There we go.
I'm Caesar today.
I did tune in a little earlier and saw Jordan in just like a fetching. Just
Did
it
he
was
wipe
really
it off?
nice.
I did take off most of it because at some point I'm going out tonight and I don't want to get.
Can't quite hear through that mic, but
It's fine. I did take most of it off, but I still have some very husky
oh, I'm
eyes.
sorry. That's it looked good on you. It was fetching.
Oh, thanks, Seth. I'll put it on
Yeah.
for you again.
I heard like "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer come on as you like walked into frame and you were in slow motion. It was like you had taken off your proverbial glasses and let your hair down. It was nice.
It was a beautiful moment. So when I originally talked to you about this, I said, could you call in, but could you do a song or two? So I was wondering if you'd be able to do a song for us.
Yeah, that's fully the thing. Hopefully my neighbors don't hate me.
I guess I didn't even think about that, of course. Hey, you're moving anyway, right?
Exactly. Oh, they're going to complain? Okay, cool. Well, all right, I'm out of here.
Well, then fine, I'll move.
All right, I'll play a song off the last record, and I'll do kind of a quiet version. Here, let me adjust my mic a little bit. Oop.
Now, they might need to take the Skype call out so you're not getting the same song. Or it might be easier for you just to take your headphones off. I don't know what's easier for you.
While we're waiting, you can look up Seth's music at Bandcamp. Bandcamp.com.
Seth Boyer.
SethBoyer.bandcamp.com.
And this is from your album Get Wrecked, correct?
Correct. eternalizing reasons we couldn't make it through the seasons. Got too many songs about you. Would this year have been without you? All apologies are coming straight from me. Right back where we started, kinda broken hearted. Right back where we started. Thinking back to last December, the things I'd rather not remember. Once I find the painful feeling, leaning in seems so appealing. You're the one to stay. I swore I'd never make again. Right back where we started, kinda broken hearted. Right back where we started, kinda broken hearted. Right back where we started, kinda broken hearted. One of us deserving of being undiscerning. Thanks, y'all. Was the balance on that all right with the one mic? And
Oh, it sounded awesome.
Okay.
all right, cool. Thank you.
It was so good. What's the name of that song?
It's called December. It's on the record. It's a big like teenage fan club style power pop like ballad with a ton of guitars and
It's a bit more noisy.
Brian Wilson harmonies and stuff. But I do what I can with just acoustic guitar these days.
Oh no, it was great. It was awesome.
So how's the road?
Well, I crashed the moment I became the driver, so
Oh, no.
it didn't go off to a great start.
I'm actually super curious because I've never managed to tune in to see a pass the controller a driver change.
Yep.
Do you have to do like pass the controller while
Yeah.
holding the button and then just
Well-
if you let off the gas does
No,
like
you've got quite a bit of wiggle room there. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
can I can let go of the controller and do nothing for a few seconds before there's
so
any
you're just
problems.
particularly bad at driving.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
So I was like, we did this whole bit with me coming, a scene from Cabinet of Dr. Caligari with me being wheeled in a wooden casket, and Ian introducing me as the somnambulist to come out to be the driver. And we didn't actually rehearse that bit. Like I got in the box. I was like, oh, this box is gonna be fun. We actually just built the box out of cardboard moments before. And then when I actually got in the box and tilted backwards and wheeled out on a gurney, I felt like I was going to die and rip apart through the box and fall and crash and make a huge mess. And I was like, this is going to go so bad. Oh, this was a huge mistake. And then so as soon as I took the controller from Kathleen, she was like, I want to get wheeled out in this thing. And I was like, oh no, don't do that. It's dangerous. You're going to hurt yourself. Be careful. Don't lean back. And while I was worried about Kathleen dying, I wasn't paying attention to the road, and I crashed on the right side. So, yeah.
Well, have they updated your profile on the website yet?
Yep. My
account
crash
okay,
is.
I'm just making sure that y'all are doing your job.
My shameful crash has been lodged. Don't worry, Seth. Yep.
I did just get back. Speaking of the road, I did just get back on from a short tour with Marion Call,
how'd that go?
a friend of mine who I was on the road with for a while, and oh dear God, I always forget that driving through Arizona is the literal worst thing. I wasn't on this stretch of road because it's Tucson to Reno or
Vegas.
Tucson to Vegas. Okay,
yeah.
I've done parts of that before, but this one was just Phoenix to San Diego, and it was. Phoenix to Tucson, and then Tucson to San Diego. And let me tell you, it's not any more exciting.
It's not better than this?
No, and occasionally we'd come across someone who was stalled on the side of the road, their car had broken down. And yeah, it was mid-October, but it was still 95, 98 degrees outside in the middle of the day. And God, I'm from Alaska originally. I can't handle when it's over 60. But yeah, it was bad.
It sounds
so.
awful.
Y'all are doing God's work.
It is warm in here, but it's not that warm.
It's not that warm.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you'll have to get some fans on you to simulate the wind from
we have a
the
couple
bus.
We've got a fan blowing in here, but it the space in here is really tall, and so I kind of assumed it was so high that it was not going to hold the heat. The heat was all going to go up into that ceiling and we'd be fine. That is not the case at all. You put 30 monitors on and 24 computers and 50 people in a building. It doesn't matter where things are, where people are. It's just going to get hot. It's going to get hot. Do we have any questions for Seth that came through?
I can have a look.
Sorry, I can't look at the... Yeah, we put up a blog post, so hopefully people have submitted questions if they're interested in asking you stuff.
Oh, cool. I can... Yeah.
And they can, well, Matt is going to bring it. Matt's going to bring it up, and he will ask you.
I got a
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, Ian's got a question for you.
So what's your favorite current anime of the new season?
Whew, Ian, I'm such a bad anime fan. I've been checked out for 2 seasons now. I think the last new thing that I watched was to completion was Orimonogatari, which I loved. I adored that show. I'm a huge dork for shoujo, and the way that show managed to flip literally every convention on its head in terms of usually it's the waifish pretty boy who's the love interest, and instead he's the kind of coded asexual best friend and who's a great character and. But then there's this just big, kind of hulking behemoth of a dude who's a total softie as the primary, male protagonist. And I was just oh, finally some representation for, people like me.
I've been missing episodes of the book club, so it's...
Well, yeah, and unfortunately the book club's been on hiatus just because this year with touring got to be a thing. But hopefully looking to revive that in the new year and get some new episodes rolling because we had some fun ones in there.
Awesome.
Ian, what have you been watching? Please tell me what to watch.
I was really hoping you would get to say Yuri on Ice because I think that's
that one looks
it's really good. I hear it's more about just beautiful homoeroticism and a little less about ice skating than something like Free, which is more about swimming than you'd think.
Here's the reason I think you'd particularly enjoy it and why I'm enjoying it is that I find it's that balance between a show about a sport and then also about the time and the friendships forged outside of the sport.
I'm still personally as a huge basketball fan, and I'm really excited that the NBA season is back underway and is already a total banger. It's been a great year. I'm still waiting for a really, really, really good basketball anime. I know that Slam Dunk exists, but it's 8,000 episodes long, and and incredibly slow. And Kuroko no Basket didn't really do it for me. And then there's like a terrible Moe one that I watched the pilot of, and it was awful. But yeah, still waiting on that.
We'll eventually circle around it, probably after the curling anime.
Yeah, curling anime. That'd be good. I would watch the hell out of a curling anime.
So there are not a huge number of questions on the blog this evening, but I have got one here that asks, one of our viewers is wondering, what are you most looking forward to in the future?
Ooh, in the future, like with jetpacks?
I'll leave that up to your interpretation. The far-flung future, the near future. I mean, one hopes jetpacks aren't that far off, so I'll let you set the time scale.
To be perfectly honest, my question, or the answer to that question, has changed quite a bit in the past, I don't know, week. So I haven't had too much time to think about it. But in the semi-near future, I know that in the first half of 2017, I have a couple trips scheduled. A few kind of out-of-state endeavors that I'm really looking forward to. And I'm moving to a different part of Seattle, and it's going to be nice. I'm going to be in a neighborhood that isn't 85% married white women on their way from one yoga class to another yoga-related class, and that'll just be a refreshing change of pace. Nothing wrong with that, if you want to do bar 3 every day, that's fine. But it'll be nice to be someplace a little different. In terms of musical stuff, I'm really, really excited for this, for Project Tingle to take off and become a thing. And I'm really glad that Kickstarter was as successful as it was, and we're going to get a chance to prove love and make something really, really, really dumb. And incredibly heartfelt, because those two things are not mutually exclusive.
It looks dumb in the best way possible.
That's exactly what we're shooting for. So
I'm so happy.
Are you going to be able to get a copy of the soundtrack of that? Is that going to be something you'll be able to release on your own, or is that going to be just in-game only?
I do have my hope is that it'll be able to be released on its own as well. And nothing's finalized on that. We just basically got through our round of funding, and we have our prototype built, and so it's in the next week or two, details like that will be hammered out internally, but that's certainly my hope. And I'm really looking forward to making something that's a little different. The nice thing about making an FMV game in 2016 or 2017 is that there's not a lot of precedent in terms of recent history of what kind of conventions exist for that, because no one's making FMV games anymore. There were 2 that have come out in the past year and a half, and so the world's kind of our oyster in terms of style and stuff. But personally, my kind of preliminary vision of the stuff that I've been working on for the game is somewhere between Japanese visual novel soundtrack and the music that plays in a keygen executable when you pirate software. So
Demo scene.
Exactly.
That sounds awesome.
That's the elevator pitch anyway for the style that we're going for.
Nice.
In the moments since I just recently shamed our viewers for not having posted many questions on our blog,
it's 11 p.m.
many questions have come into the blog. So next question is, if you could do a musical team up with anyone, no questions asked, who would it be and why?
Ooh. That's a really great question, and it is something that I don't get asked nearly often enough. They're certainly not often enough to have something completely ready in terms of a response. But as I continue to stall and try and think of the appropriate answer, I would at some point like to at some point in my career. I think if we're going full on pie in the sky, I would really love to do something with Julian Casablancas of the Strokes, just because I really have enjoyed his solo work, especially that first solo record that he put out, and we have compatible enough voices. I think that there'd be some interesting stuff there as far as people that I don't know. So hey, if you're watching, hey, what up? How's it going? This show's important. I don't know. I run into Ben Gibbard on the street every now and then here in Seattle, and I just kind of like looked up, and I'm just like, oh, hi. You just did Death Cab. Okay, well that was kind of important to me, like as a human being. Okay, you're gonna go buy some expensive cutlery. All right, bye. And that's a reality here in Seattle. So I don't know. As far as more realistic things, I don't know. Molly Lewis and I have been talking for a long time about doing some kind of collaboration thing. We have a couple like really rough ideas in the works, but hopefully there's some time next year to put some of that to paper and to tape. That'd be pretty fun.
On the subject of collaborations, this one non-musical, but I saw a couple questions about it in the chat there. You have recently started a streaming collaboration, have you not?
Yeah, it's kind of soft launched, and it's going to be picking up some steam here pretty soon. Ben and Molly and Felix and Nick and Mac and myself have kind of just been laying the groundwork to get Waffle Media up and running, to try and get all of our various multimedia projects kind of under one roof. And it started. We started streaming some Dark Souls that Ben and I did last week, and that's going to continue next week. And that's been
excellent. I really enjoyed that Dark Souls stream.
I'm really glad because I had a really good time, and I feel like I'm finally starting to get it in a way, and it's kind of clicking in a way that it hadn't before. So that's pretty fun.
Awesome.
And as far as collaborations go, I mean, couldn't ask for better partners, because it's just, hey, cool, it's a bunch of buds who are great at what they do and fun to hang out with anyway.
So another question here on our blog is, hey Seth, I was in high school choir with you and unfortunately couldn't keep up with choral work when I went off to college. What was your path to keep up with music? Did you just go to open mics or start recording on your own? And then he has asked that you feel free to share any stories of your choral teacher, because those are always fun.
Well, first of all, shout outs to Chigac High School Choir. And hey, what up? That's awesome. Because that means that randomly there's someone else from kind of suburban Alaska hanging out in your chat. I actually kept up with choral work for a while after high school, because towards the end of high school I joined Alaska Chambers. Alaska Chamber Singers? No? What was the name of the... I can't remember the name of the group, but a small group choir in Anchorage. And was kind of doing that, and I was one of like 2 high school students in there with a bunch of like choral people who'd been around, and who were in their 40s and 50s, and they were like, oh, it's so cute, you're this little kid who can sing choral music with us, and it was fun. But at a certain point, I kind of got sick of Bach cantatas, and there's only so many times that you can sing about the Lord in Latin before you need to like branch out a little bit, just a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it for sure, but and I kind of took a break as I was trying to go to college, and that was a mistake. Luckily, after that was kind of done, I started just writing songs again. I'd been in bands in high school and middle school, and started going to open mics. It seriously is a thing you should do if you want to kind of get into songwriting or performing, just because it's the best way to cut your teeth. Get 1, 2, 3 songs and perfect them and play them over and over again, going to different open mics and learning how to be on stage, learning how to tweak things just right, and it's a really good way to cut your teeth. So I super recommend it. And you meet people that way. Like, that's how I met the guy who produced my first real EP that then went on to other things, and yeah, it's a good thing.
Awesome.
One more here that I have seen asked in the chat as well is, what would you suggest to people who want to learn guitar but don't necessarily have the liquid funds to pay for classes? Is there a resource that people can go to in order to learn to play
Yeah.
that you know of?
There's a website that wasn't around when I first started learning, but it's called youtube.com. No, I'm not
heard of it.
I'm not trying to make fun. It's an amazing resource these days. Like there are people teaching you like step by step how to play every song imaginable now, and it's a thing that and teaching good technique, which is a thing that you can like is certainly better when you have a great instructor one-on-one. You know, kind of like forcing your hand into the right shape and stuff. I've never taken lessons for guitar, for other instruments certainly, but I taught myself guitar just by listening, using my music theory knowledge from other instruments and my acumen with other instruments, and kind of just transliterating that over to a new instrument and learning songs just via tabs on the internet for different songs that I knew, and kind of piecemealing everything together. But now with YouTube, there's like I'm sure you'd be able to do it much quicker than I did. So that's a great resource to use.
Awesome. Thanks, Seth.
Yeah. Anybody
Yeah.
else in the room have a question, or anybody see anything in the chat?
I was wondering if Seth could play us out with a song.
Sounds like.
Do you have another song you would like to play?
I can certainly do that. Is there anything any of y'all on the couch would like to hear?
Liquid Swords.
Got him.
And by which I actually mean Stars.
There we go.
I absolutely
this
love that
so
song.
bad.
And
Stars is so good.
Liquid Swords. That was really funny. I can absolutely do that. Hold on, let me get resituated here.
Actually, I saw a good one from the chat there just before you leap into this. What would you say your favorite video game soundtracks are?
Ooh, that's tough.
I opened that door.
A big thing I've been coming back to lately, because yesterday when the announcement dropped, I sunk into what I didn't know was an even, like I didn't know it was possible, but I sunk into an even deeper despair when Persona 5 was delayed again. The later like Persona series, mostly Persona 3 and 4, have had phenomenal soundtracks that are kind of all over the place in terms of genre, but cohesively really interesting. Like I grew up listening to Koji Kondo and Uematsu stuff, and particularly like the last couple single-digit Final Fantasies were way up there for me. But also, like, in terms of like modern games, Bully is one that is like criminally underrated. It's kind of underrated as a game in terms of, especially in terms of Rockstar stuff, because people think about the Grand Theft Autos, and obviously Red Dead was phenomenal and had some great music in it too. But Bully has this really like tight scope and focus that's incredibly well realized, and the soundtrack is like largely comprised of bass, drums, and xylophone, which is not exactly what you'd think of kind of scoring a Rockstar game, but it kind of gives it this whimsy and kind of magic to it that fits the game really well. I don't know, that's just off the top of my head, but
Cool. Thank you.
video games, man. Undertale lately too. Like I've been kind of occasionally I'll just get different themes from Undertale stuck in my head, and I'll be like, what is that? Oh damn it, not again. Toby Fox. But yeah. All right, let me that song for Ian.
Thank you.
And for the rest of y'all. Thanks. Hey, thanks for having me, by the way.
Thanks for coming,
Thanks for
Seth.
being on.
Not exactly friends right now. Yeah, we're falling in love. Look to the stars and see me always. Look to the moon and I'll see you too. Beyond the sky we'll be together. Long ago and someday soon. I'm the wind that paints the darkness. And you are friendship's great protector. Though you're strong enough without me, I wanna be with you right now, not just when we're older. Look to the stars and see me always. Look to the moon and I'll see you too. Beyond the sky we'll be together. Long ago and someday soon. There's a sadness in our lives that keeps us going. It'll be there till the end. We all have stars in our hearts, burning brightly, and they'll burn forever, with no words left to defend. To the sky and see me always. Look to the moon and I'll see you too. Beyond the sky we'll be together. Long ago and look to the stars and see me always. Look to the moon and I'll see you too. Beyond the sky we'll be together. Long ago and someday soon. Long ago and someday soon. Long ago and someday soon. Thank you so much. That's a song about Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Seth.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good luck with the rest of the week, or with the rest of the the stream and all that stuff.
Do you hear some guitar music?
I don't.
Perfect.
I couldn't make my webcam go sepia tone.
We did it for you.
We
Don't
did it on
worry.
the stream.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Please get
To
that
be
and send it
continued
to
in
me.
everything.
The only thing that would be better is if I had the piece of paper that said, I don't know what this means. I'm afraid to ask. Speaking of, the McElroy brothers were on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They were
That's who
great.
I'd like to collaborate with. I changed my answer.
They opened for you about 15 hours ago.
Yeah.
All right, well, now I can put that on my
Yeah. Open
booking emails.
McElroy Brothers and Penn Jillette.
Yeah.
Okay. For when I'm booking shows in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Thank you so much, Seth. It was so great that you could call in. And you have to come visit us on the island sometime soon.
Yeah. And where can we find some of your work online?
Oh, yeah, that's all at sethboyer.com or sethboyer.bandcamp.com. Bandcamp is probably the best way to find the music. Most of it's for free or pay what you can. Yeah, you can snag that on there.
Excellent.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so
Yeah,
much, Seth.
thank you again.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thank you.